Sup, friends? It's the Necro Witch. Happy winter solstice / Yule. This is my first altar tour, and I want to talk to you about my spiritual journey when the veil was first lifted for me, which actually had to do with this book right here that a friend suggested for me to read. And he said that the particular deity, it took him a while to give the name, but he told me the particular deity wanted to talk to me. And we went on a hike. It's kind of a long story, but he pretty much performed a ritual on me and I wasn't really aware of it. So anyways, he had me read the book and, give me like a warning on it, and there is a warning in the book. So I ended up reading it, and I did a meditation after. And when I did the meditation, I actually saw a vision of the deity whose name is Iwas. I saw a vision of him, and he gave me a message, and I saw exactly what he looked like, and I had no idea what he looked like in my entire life. Didn't even really know much about him. I think my friend, when he even said his name, he said it wrong. I don't think he it was one of those things, he didn't really want to pass this information on to me, but the deity, Iwas, was kind of telling him I needed to connect with this person. So I ended up seeing this Iwas. He looks like an alien-like figure. Alien, demon-like, higher self, angel-like, what you want to call him. But I ended up just Googling the Book of the Law alien, and I just, on Google Images, his image, it doesn't really have a lot of pictures, but the notorious image, I was like, I saw that exact thing along with these two different eyes and triangles, which I really don't want to go too much into that part of the vision, but certain things I just want to explain to you are kind of why I'm so spiritual and into this, especially the Book of the Law and Aleister Crowley, because this stuff came to me and it just reassured to me that it was legit and true when I have experiences and visions of things that I see before even knowing about them, and then confirming that that's exactly what that is when I had no idea in the first place. Yesterday, I actually did a little art project and made these little altar candles. Look how sweet that is. With some Mod Podge and glitter. That's Crowley, of course. And this other candle next to it is actually a dedication of Crowley as well. Led Zeppelin. It says Jimmy Page, disciple of Aleister Crowley. Zoso. I'm not too familiar with Zoso, but it has the Eye of Horus, the OTO, and their emblem, obviously another picture of Aleister Crowley. But the Eye of Horus above Aleister Crowley's head too, which actually obviously has to do with that triangle and that eye I was saying, but the eye is a lot different. I actually have a tattoo on my arm that has a triangle with an eye on it. Moving right along, now with winter solstice, this is you guys are experiencing part of my ritual tonight, which is really exciting. And it has to do with it being the longest day, excuse me, kind of the longest day, but not really. More of the longest night, which to me, being a night owl and having the owl, one of my spirit animals, it's one of my favorite days of the year because I'm usually up extremely late, almost until sunrise, pretty much even past that, all the time. I like being up during the witching hour. It's just when I'm most creative and I just feel more at peace. So we are representing also the Eye of Horus and Ra, which is the sun deity. And with this holiday, it is the darkest night. But now we're looking forward into the light and what you see in darkness and what you reflect on yourself I'm looking into that dark mirror. Now I'll explain what some of the things are quickly on my altar. I have an orange and a lemon. So, yeah. Different fruits that have the colors that represent the sun. Pine cone, which is scented with cinnamon and has gold glitter, obviously. Have some crystal quartz and citrine, calcite, pyrite, tiger's eye, black tourmaline, which I mentioned in my tarot video about getting over past love. You should definitely read that. Long list and various other stones. I'm not going to go over each one. I have a bunch here. Have some chimes, which break up the noise. Rosemary herbs, selenite, the orange and yellow candles, some cleansing herbs, sage and palo santo. Have, this isn't actually during my ritual, but I'm not obviously performing a live ritual, but I do have an incense stick. I moved it because I was burning my incense over there, but I do have some sandalwood incense that I was using earlier. And the chalice, I usually have like some juice or water in there. Maybe some water from the rain. It was raining yesterday, but it didn't rain enough. I was trying to like gather enough, but it was like literally just sprinkled. There's Southern California for you. And, oops, sorry. And then we have feather for air. Now, with this holiday, it's important to conjure new energy of love and have it radiate. Well, me in particular, I'm focusing on love because I had a very dark past year where I just wasn't inspired. If you notice, like I kind of just started doing YouTube videos because I just started having that creative flow and that happiness and that eagerness and mobility that I know that I have inside me. That's just fire. I'm always very creative and going and just accomplishing things, and it wasn't like that this past year. I went through a lot, but that is obviously the past. So now it's looking forward to that new year because we are obviously at the end of the year. So with that said, looking deep into the darkness, and now what path are we going to take? So for me, it's using my gifts. Things that I just love. Like some of my favorite things to do are actually gardening. I love gardening, so I'm gonna have more of like a witch's garden so that I can make my own incense and candles and use different various herbs. It's just, it's important to me to connect with and talk with the plants and nature. They're like my pets or my friends, and just out of respect. Another thing is I love to paint. It's one of my favorite things to do. Most of you probably don't even know that about me. I have so much painting stuff, so I'm so excited. I know I definitely want to do, this is actually, I do want to show you this. My tarot box. So I have my Thoth Tarot set in there. I wrap it in a cotton cloth. I actually want to get a silk one to help protect it. I always cleanse my space and my tarot deck. But it just helps keep the energy and kind of like in with the deck and protect it. Now, with that said, I want to do lots of like crafting things and build up my Etsy store, like do candles like this that you guys can get custom candles, and I like doing dream catchers and whatnot. But speaking of Thoth and the Thoth Tarot that I use, one painting I want to do in the future is one of Thoth. A big thing with the occult is balance and opposites. Literally, Aleister Crowley, one famous thing that he said is that you have to think of the opposite literally of everything. That's why there's a cute, like, little fucking pink heart on his forehead, And then there's pink hearts in a triangle because there's that feminine aspect. And you have to be able to be everything and the opposite of everything. And in order to master magic and yourself and just be able to visualize everything, like being able to visualize this book green, and just that opposites can and do exist. So with that said, with the Thoth painting that I'm going to be doing, it's actually going to be him and in respect, and I want to put it on my altar, and I'm going to put him in the most girly feminine form. I know that he will love it just because he is all about wisdom and understanding that balance and duality between black and white and, checkers, just like, and all of that. But I just wanted to share with you. Oh yeah, and the pentacle. I always have this actually in reverse, upside down. To me, like, most would say that having it inverted is actually saying that you aren't balanced, because that's the whole point of the star, like showing the balance of everything. So one might say a popular belief is that if it's inverted, it means that you're just, about sin and you have no control and you're out of balance. And it doesn't symbolize that to me. To me, I am very balanced. I tend to go extremely dark and have my dark deities, but then I have my very positive deities like the archangels, and I feel like it's just important to understand that you can talk and work with all different types, and you really should, because there's no reason not to. They're all amazing, and just the wisdom that's behind there, I want to share that with you guys. And I just want to tell you that I always promise to give you whatever knowledge I have that I can give, because the whole point of the occult means secret, is to figure it out. Some things are blatantly out there, like in books. Some things are like a puzzle or a riddle. The whole point is, in order to even understand it, you have to figure it out for yourself. Some things you can only actually figure out through visions and certain meditations. Like meditation is so important. But anyways, not to get too deep into that, I hope you enjoy this, because I've been kind of wanting to share this for a long time. Like my altar, I have so many, it's always ever changing. So the next time I share it for, the next Sabbath, it'll be definitely different, and it changes all the time. But I've never shared it. It's kind of been just something sacred to me, but I don't mind sharing it because I'm not really sharing every single aspect of it. I have some things that I keep to myself about it, and my space has a protective barrier around it, and it's very cleansed, so I don't mind showing you guys. I would love to see if anyone wanted to share, that I know any of my friends watching want to share their altar. Down below, tell me what your favorite part of my altar is, or if you have a question. Maybe you want to share something that you have on yours, or what you did for winter solstice. And so that's that. You can even write me a letter down below. Also in the description, I've included my P.O. box if you want to be pen pals, or just send me a letter or whatnot if you have something you want to send me. So there's that opportunity there that I just added. But I do want to say I hope you have a blessed season, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Love and love.